Spirit says it's time for you to step into your power. So let's find out with this collective message, this reading, what is it that you need to step into your power about? Hi, my name is Theresa. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. If you would like a live one-on-one reading, I do offer 15 or 30-minute readings. There is limited availability, so you do need to email me directly to see if we can find a time that will work for both of us. My only email address is timelessdivinetarot@gmail.com. All right, what is this energy? What is it you need to know? What is it you need to hear? Anger is your first card. So it says, your expectations are not met. Creating frustration, express it in a healthy way, release, grow, and balance. So right now, you are needing to step into your power to understand why are you angry in your situation. This could be work, this could be love. You could be feeling frustrated with your circumstances because you have an expectation that's not being satisfied, it's not being met. And when an expectation is not being satisfied, it creates an anger, it creates a disappointment within oneself. What is this energy for you that you need to step into your power? Embrace the void. It says, your true potential is waiting to be discovered. There's an emptiness within you, and that's why Spirit is saying you're angry over something internally. Maybe you're expecting someone to make you happy, and you're finding that that person isn't making you happy, and you're angry with them. You're frustrated, like, hey, you're not making me happy. Well, Spirit is saying that void within yourself, you have to satisfy it. You have to nurture it. You have to take a hold of. You can't expect someone to always pour into your cup. You have to first fill your own cup up first and embracing what that void is. What is this? Because you're supposed to be coming into your power. You're supposed to step into your power, but you're angry right now and you're frustrated. And you're losing power when you're in that placement. Self-sabotage, that's you losing your power. It says, procrastination, negative self-talk, fear of failure, undermining your own success. You need to try to overcome this and you need to become more resilient. There's a situation or circumstance that you have been feeling very frustrated. You've been feeling upset. You've been feeling a sense of letdown, which has created an anger or maybe even an animosity in your circumstance, in your environment, because there's something within you that you're expecting to get from someone else. You're expecting someone else to give to you. It could be a feeling or an emotion or some type of recognition or satisfaction. And really what you're doing is you're sabotaging your life, you're sabotaging your situation because you're expecting it to come from an outside external source or a person when it really is supposed to come within you. Give me one more. So now you're angry, you're frustrated, and you're embracing, you need to be able to embrace what is this void that you're feeling within yourself, because Spirit is saying you have the power. You have the power to be able to do this. Ride the storm. It's storm warning is what I'm hearing. So it says, let chaos and turbulence cleanse your spirit. Purge, purify, and refine. So you could be going through an emotional upheaval right now. You could be feeling so mad, so angry, so frustrated over what's happening in your situation. And you're expecting this person, this situation, this external factor to come and fix that anger that you have inside, to come and put the fire out of frustration that you're feeling, the intensity that you have with your situation. You're expecting it to come from externally outside of you. And Spirit is saying you need to step into your power and recognize the anger, the frustration, the lack that you're feeling. It's because you're not giving it to yourself. That void that you want someone else to, or the external circumstance to put inside of you, it's already inside of you. You can satisfy yourself. And what you're doing is you're actually sabotaging your environment, your circumstances. And this is a wave of emotions that you're being asked to wave through. Don't fight it. Don't resist it. Don't try to cling on to this anger and this frustration And when you get on that struggle bus and you're holding on tightly, you're going to stay stuck when you do that. So let's get some tarot and uncover what is this frustrating situation that the collective is going through at this time. If you could please like, comment, share, and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, what is this energy for the collective going through this? That they're feeling frustrated, they're feeling angry, things are not working, they have a certain expectation that has not been met. Page of Wands and the World. Okay, so you're expecting something, maybe communication. Maybe you're expecting someone to call you, expecting someone to reach out to you. You're expecting somebody to communicate something to you. Maybe you're expecting someone to say exact words to you. Like in your mind, you're thinking, I want this person to say X, Y, and Z to me, and I'm not going to be satisfied unless they say these exact words. There's an expectation of communication here. We've got the World here. So something is trying to close out, meaning your anger and frustration, you're not allowing it to close out. You're not allowing it to dissipate. That this communication that you're expecting from external is supposed to actually be coming from internal. So what is this void that you have within yourself that you can create to fill yourself, but you feel a sense of emptiness because you don't have it from some type of external source or person? So what is this void that you need satisfied? 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So you feel a sense of not everlasting, something that is not really for the future. You may have an expectation. So if maybe you're in a relationship with somebody for a very long time and you expected to turn this into a long-term commitment. Maybe you expected to have a future with this person, but things are not working. Things are stuck. And maybe it's financially, maybe it's a job. You expected to make more money, or you expected to get that bonus and you didn't get that bonus, or you expected to get that promotion, you didn't get the promotion. There's something you expected when it comes to your physical world that you're angry and you're mad that you have not received it. And you feel if you did receive it, it could satisfy a certain void within your life for the long term. Why are you self-sabotaging this instead of being able to overcome it and really just get it from yourself? So why is the self-sabotage energy here? Metamorphosis is in reverse. You're refusing to shed beliefs, patterns, maybe thoughts of yourself or other people or even expectations in order for you to grow and evolve. You're allowing yourself to stay stuck in the situation. So for example, let's say that you wanted a job promotion. You applied for a job at the company and you did not get it, and you're angry you did not get the promotion. You felt you were more than qualified for the position, but you didn't receive it. And you don't understand, well, why didn't I receive it? So you are sitting in this angered energy of, if I could just have that promotion, I could buy that house, I could build that home, I could go on vacation. Was a lot of expectation stacked up with you getting the promotion. Well, you're in the metamorphosis in reverse, which means you're refusing to see that you are in the driver's seat of your life. And the void that you thought that company was going to give you to financially secure you to do all these other things in life, you can actually shed and change it. You can go get another job at another company. You can start your own business and make your own money. You're not realizing the void that you put as an expectation of someone else to fill in your life. You're feeling stuck because you're sabotaging it because you are the one who's in control of being able to do that. So let's look at this ride the storm energy, because you need to refine, you need to purge, and you need to purify maybe some thoughts, beliefs, maybe even some emotions of anger you have right now. What is this ride the storm energy? The Emperor in reverse. Okay, so you're really pissed off. You're really, really bitter. You could feel like you have not been justified, you've not been serviced. You really feel a sense of entitlement for whatever this is. You know, if this is not a job, it's not a financial longevity, maybe it's a commitment. Maybe you've been investing with somebody and you expect them to give you an exclusive commitment, or maybe that the two of you are going to make plans to live together. Maybe you're expecting to get engaged or expecting to have a baby, get married, you know, whatever the kit and caboodle is. You are really, really mad because you had a certain visualization of what you expected from the circumstance, And you're angry because that void is still there. And it could be that your emotions have blocked you from being able to receive this blessing. All right, what's going to be the likely outcome for the collective in this situation? What's the likely outcome here? Page of Pentacles. Aw, look at the puppy. You need to be sweet and innocent and cute like this puppy. There's a sense of innocence that you need to bring back to yourself. All right, tell me more. The Eight of Wands. Oh, this is you rapidly taking the innocence and purity to the next level. This could even be going the distance, openly communicating to those around you, even yourself, what the truth is about this void. Give me one more. What is this? The Ten of Cups. We've got the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So you definitely have to get out of this, this anger. So your likely outcome is once you open up and you start effectively communicating to yourself first, this is the loyalty and dedication within yourself, and you're practical about what it is that you want and you deserve to make you happy. When you put that out there, you're going to take action towards it. So whatever this void is that you have in your life, the circumstance that's making you really angry and frustrated, I want you, instead of you to deflect and putting it out towards other people, I want you to turn and look at yourself. I want you to ask yourself, what can I do to fill that void? If I don't want to be angry anymore, that person doesn't want to give me commitment, what can I do to commit to myself? If that job and that promotion wasn't given to me, what can I do to make myself in a better position so I'm going to be happy again? There's something that you have to reach out and do yourself and turn upon you. Put the responsibility and the accountability on you. Don't expect other people to give you or outside external sources to fill the void for you. That has to come within. You know, I tell clients all the time, happiness, it's like ownership. When you lend it to somebody, it's like a bank account. When you lend it to somebody, you become dependent on them making deposits, making you feel safe and secure and making you feel loved. But they can do the opposite. They can withdraw, they can deplete you, they can completely bankrupt you. So you always want to make sure you have that ownership of happiness 100% owned by you first. It's only if and then when you have the ownership within yourself, the void is filled within yourself by yourself. That is when you get into a relationship, whether it's platonic or romantic, those other relationships outside of yourself, those are bonus. Those are in addition to how you already feel about yourself. You already feel happy. You already feel content. You already feel satisfied. So your advice here is, with your outcome, is you need to see what is the potential for you to release the anger of the circumstance or situation and really step in to say, turn it on yourself. How can I fill the void so I'm not angry? What is it that's disappointing me about my situation or circumstance that I need to take action on so that I can get to this 10 of Cups, so that I can have my happiness, so I can fill the void all by myself? And when or if the circumstances change around, those are going to be in addition to how you already feel about yourself. But you could be self-sabotaging because you're putting external circumstances or people at a higher expectation of filling voids that you're missing within yourself. And now's the time for you to recognize that you're sabotaging yourself with those false expectations, because you need to expect it within yourself. You have to expect it from yourself first before you can actually expect it from someone else. So that's why Spirit is saying, you know what? Now's the time maybe to redefine our perspective, our focus of where are we looking at. Instead of looking at everyone else or the circumstances externally, let's turn the reflection upon ourselves and figure out, how do we overcome this hurt, this false expectation that there is, this anger and frustration that there is, and embrace filling the void within oneself. And that's what Spirit is wanting you to know. So let's get one final angel card of advice for this message. What is the final advice for this message for the collective? Okay, Spirit wants to know, what do you desire? What made you angry? What expectation did you desire? It says, you now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's desire. This is the happiness I said about you are the ownership of your happiness. Don't lend it to outside external circumstances. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and know that you're ready and deserving of them, they'll rush into your life like magic. So filling it within yourself, don't avoid the void. You need to address what the void is that you're seeking from external validation. There's an expectation of either it's a person, place, a belief. There's something you expect externally to come inside of you to fill a certain void. The desire that you have the power and the control to create that yourself, to fill the void yourself. You have the power, and that's what Spirit wants you to know with this message. Those that resonate with this, you have this desire for this void to be filled and not be angry anymore. That expectation, it's on you. It's an internal thing. It's not an external thing. Okay, that is what I have for you. I do want to thank you for watching this video. If you do want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. If you want a live reading, please email me, TimelessDivineTarot@gmail.com. If you could please like, comment, share, and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Have a fabulous day. Bye.